Now the news. Russia has once again rained long-range missiles targeting Ukrainian cities. At least 2 people have been killed, several homes destroyed in the country's southeast, and power outages have been reported across cities. Kiev says its air defenses had limited the damage from Russian missiles. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said the country's military has shot down a majority of Russian missiles fired towards critical infrastructure targets.
I want to thank the Air Defense Forces, our power engineers and our people. Air Defense shot down most of the missiles. Power engineers have already begun to restore electricity. And our people never give up. Glory to Ukraine.
Air raid sirens blared across the country with citizens huddled in the capital city's cavernous metro system to take cover during the latest wave of missile strikes. The Russian attacks later killed 2 people in the Zaporizhia region, where several houses were destroyed. The deputy head of the presidential office, Kirlo Tymoshenko, was included in one of the first damage reports. A new barrage had been expected for days. They came on a day when emergency blackouts were due to end. As the previous damage was repaired, the strikes plunged parts of the country back into freezing darkness, with temperatures across Ukraine firmly below zero. According to Ukrainian officials, Russia is getting ready for a massive attack on Ukraine's critical infrastructure. Ukrainian President Zelensky says his forces are holding positions along the front line, as Bakhmut is being viewed as Russia's next target in their advance through Donetsk. According to Russia's defense ministry, its troops are conducting successful operations in the area of Bakhmut and have also pushed back Ukrainian attacks towards Donetsk. Ukrainian President Zelensky has said the Ukrainians will have to do everything to get through the winter, especially after Russia targeted Ukraine's infrastructure last month, causing widespread damage. Meanwhile, the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has said it would be a grave mistake to completely stop talking to the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Scholz made these remarks after he and Putin held a phone conversation to discuss Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine.
I
have spoken to Putin repeatedly since then because I am firmly convinced that it is a grave mistake. If despite all the differences, and this is after all a small word for huge difference, we no longer talk to each other at all. That is why it is also important that the French President and I, as representatives of the G7 countries, as 2 NATO countries, keep seeking dialogue again.
Meanwhile, a G7 price cap on Russian seaborne oil comes into force as the West tries to limit Moscow's ability to finance its war in Ukraine. However, Russia says it will not abide by the measure, even if it has to cut production. The G7 nations and Australia agreed a $60 per barrel price cap on Russian seaborne crude oil. This comes after European Union members overcame a resistance from Poland.